This is the BBC.
This podcast is supported by advertising outside the UK.
BBC Sounds. Music, radio, podcasts.
Hi everyone and welcome. It's 10 to the top. We are steamrolling into our big weekend in Leicester. It's Radio 2 in the park in Victoria Park. It's going to be quite the event. And I will say this now. I am not having any rain spoil our fun. It's going to be brilliant. The likes of Tears for Fears, Kylie Minogue headlining the stage on the Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be superb. If you are there, come and say hello. If you're not, then just dive on the iPlayer. Lots of action is going to go off on the iPlayer. So you can enjoy it in the comfort of your own front room. Anyway, enough about that. Let's crack on. It's 10 to the top.
BBC Radio 2. 10 to the top.
So, yesterday, no pressure on today's contestants. Yesterday, our dear friend Russ had a 65. Our second 65 in about a month, I think it is, something like that. So let's see if Stephen Gibson can step up to the plate in South Cave. Stephen, where's South Cave?
In East Yorkshire, just off the end of the M62 before you get to Hull.
Oh, right, OK.
So, yeah.
What's it like?
Nice little village, yeah. Pretty calm, tranquil. Got a little stream. That's about it.
All right. And have you lived there all your life?
Been here for the last 15 years. I'm actually from West Yorkshire originally, but I moved over here 20-odd years ago now, yeah.
All right, nice. You've got two children, Penny and Harriet, and when you walk past that stream, do you do that thing that we used to do as kids where you lift up the rocks and see if there's anything underneath?
Not even that big a stream, but you might throw something in and see if it gets further down the stream and pick it out later on.
Right, fair enough. You're an HGV driver. Do you drive an Arctic?
I do, yes, indeed, yeah.
Oh, good man. A lot different today than it was in the past, isn't it?
Absolutely. All automatic, very nice.
Yeah.
Nice to drive.
Just point it and press a pedal and it will go.
Yeah, just about that, yeah.
You used to be a primary school teacher and you've also managed a pub and you've been a driving instructor.
Yeah.
have you got itchy feet?
Well, someone did say I must have a lot of carriage clocks on my mantelpiece. Now, I've been a primary school teacher. I was that primary school teacher for 20 years. I used to drive trucks when I was training to be a teacher. And I've been a driving instructor in between, did a little bit of that. And then when I left teaching, I managed my brother-in-law's pub with him for 3 years. That was difficult because it was over the COVID times. But then, I started driving about a year and a half ago. And I'd kept my licence all this time and I've gone back to it and I absolutely love it.
Oh, good man. Yeah, sounds like you're in a right good place.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's early mornings, it's long hours, but I wouldn't change it. It's absolutely great.
Good man. Now, you used to play the tuba. Do you take it with you when you're driving?
No, I haven't got one anymore. One of the problems with the driving is I had to knock that on the head because the rehearsals are in the evenings, but I used to play for a brass band in Hull. For quite a few years now.
How do you usually do on 10 to the top?
Anywhere between 3 and maybe 30. I've had a bit higher, but I know you've had some 65s. I'd take a 6 or a 5. So.
All right, well, let's see if you could do really well.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, good luck, Stephen. Your first question, as you know, is worth 1 point. Here we go.
To the top on Radio 2.
Complete the title of this 1972 number 1 by the New Seekers. I'd like to teach the world to what?
Sing.
It is sing. First question's always relatively easy. The second question is this. Between 1994 and 1996, Ant and Dec had 9 top 40 hits under the alias of whom?
PJ and Duncan.
Yes, it was PJ and Duncan. Full house so far. This is worth 3 points. Rock the Casbah reached the top 40 in both 1982 and 1991 for which band?
That is The Clash.
It is The Clash. We are flying. Your 4-point question is your first clip. Our Saturday night headliners for Radio 2 in the Park in Leicester this weekend are Tears for Fears. In 1989, this was their 7th top 10 song. But what's the title, please, Stephen?
That's called Sowing the Seeds of Love.
It is indeed. 4 points to you. This one's worth 5.
Can I play my joker here?
Oh, we're going in early, team. Oh, slightly controversial, seeing as we had a 65 yesterday. I would have thought you'd have kind of...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, all right.
I always go at 5.
All right, let's go at 5, which means it's worth 10. And it's one of those year questions.
Okay.
I know. They're the most difficult. But you know the track, so when I mention the track, just play it in your head and try and go back to where you were when you heard that. Here we go.
Got it.
In what year did the Bee Gees spend a fortnight at number 1 with their track Tragedy?
1977.
It was 79.
Lucky guess. Oh, educated guess.
Yeah, exactly. All right, this one's worth a point. What item of small, colourful clothing did Timmy Mallet's Bomb Ballerina sing about on their 1990 number 1?
An itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini.
It was indeed. I struggled saying that then. Bomb Ballerina. Timmy Mallet's Bomb Ballerina. What's a Bomb Ballerina?
I've no idea.
All right, okay. Apparently, I've got to read the footnote. The record was produced by Andrew Lloyd Webber, whose famous musical Cats featured the character Bomb Ballerina. Taylor Swift played her in the 2019 flop film. Well,
there we go.
That's what a Bomb Ballerina is.
That's what it is.
For 2 points, here's your next question. Complete the title of this top 5 song from 1980 by Joe Jackson. It's different for what?
It's different for girls.
Next up, your 3-point question. The song 7475 reached the top 20 in 1995 and was the only UK chart entry for which group?
That is the Connells.
Yes, well done. Absolutely.
Great song.
Yeah, it is a really good song. This one's worth 4, and it's your next clip. Take a listen to this from 2011. It's a smash hit by one of R&B's biggest stars. All I want to know is, who is she, Stephen?
My daughter's going to kill me. No idea. I don't know that one.
Oh, it's Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
It's Nicki Minaj.
I'll be in trouble for that.
Yeah, well, here's your last question for a point. The Noisettes got to number 2 in 2009 with their biggest hit titled Don't Upset the What?
I have no idea. I'll say apple cart. It won't be that.
Do you know what, Stephen? I wish it was.
Yeah.
It was Don't Upset the Rhythm, in brackets, Go Baby Go. You got 16 points.
That's all right. That's my usual kind of average area, so I'll take that.
Well, if you twist it on its head, you got 7 out of 10.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I can go for that. No problem. I just think unlucky with the joker.
Yeah, very, because that was your 10-point question. So,
and it was the year. So
yeah, they're always the most
there
difficult.
We go.
They're always the most difficult. But never mind. That smart speaker that we always talk about is currently sat on your mantelpiece. But will
Happy
Craig
days.
Mitchell sneak in the night? He's come from Rotherham and steal it. We'll find out after this.
Do you like to think you know everything there is to know about pop music? Think again.
Stop! 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm Scott Mills, self-confessed pop trivia addict. And if you're the same, you will love this podcast.
Things you didn't know about pop.
Me and my guests will tell you amazing stories you've never heard before about your favourite music legends. From Britney Spears to Black Sabbath.
Just listen.
Dolly Parton to Diana Ross. They're all here.
Things you didn't know about pop. With Scott Mills.
Listen on BBC Sounds.
Oh, I must listen to that. It sounds really good. Anyway, before we get to the second contestant, let me just remind you that if you want every episode of 10 to the Top to appear on your device automatically, all you've got to do is hit the subscribe button. Right, let's dive into our next contestant.
BBC BBC Radio 2. 10 to the top.
So 16 is a score to beat, and the person that's got to beat that is Craig Mitchell from Rotherham. How are you, Craig?
Yeah, a little bit nervous. It was a good score.
It was a good score, but don't be nervous. Let's talk about you first. You recently returned from your honeymoon, having married your childhood sweetheart, Angela,
Yes.
at the age of... congratulations.
Thank you ever so much.
Yeah. Where did you go on your honeymoon?
Maldives.
Oh, blooming heck, get you!
It was literally paradise.
Yeah,
Literally 10 days of doing absolutely nothing apart from swimming in the sea, sitting in the pool, eating, and that was about it.
Oh. And what was the temperature like of the water?
Angela said she had been in colder baths.
Wow!
Yeah, I think the temperature in the water was about 68.
Wow. Did you go fishing? Did you do any snorkeling?
No, the only thing we did was we went on a sunset dolphin cruise and we saw lots of dolphins way out in the Indian Ocean, which is the stuff that memories are made of.
Oh, it sounds like absolute bliss. And you had Nathan Moore from Brother Beyond perform at the wedding.
No, he performed at the engagement party back in February.
All right, wow, that's good.
He's an absolute, he's fantastic. He arrived, came through to see us, made sure we were relaxed, had a drink with us, had photos taken with all the guests, did his hour, got us stood on chairs, and he's a health and safety nightmare. But he is absolutely out of this world.
Oh, great stuff. Brilliant. Well, good luck to you both. Thanks for getting in touch and playing 10 to the top. We really appreciate it. Now, one thing that I've got to ask you is you've got a nephew who allegedly is a doppelganger for myself, and you call him Young Vernon.
Young Vern.
What's his name?
His name is Josh Burton, but we call him Young Vern. I've literally sent you a couple of pictures of him on Twitter, so you can have a look and make your own mind up. But
yeah, he's spitting image. I mean, I'm sat here now in front of it, looking at him, going, could be a mirror.
Told you.
Yeah, funny. All right, are you ready to play? 10 to the top.
Ready when you are.
As you know, your first question is worth 1 point, and it is, I'll warn you, the easiest one of the run. It always is. So, for 1 point, here we go. What's the one-word title of the debut chart hit that put Gabrielle at number 1 in 1993?
Dreams.
Yep. For 2 points, Lean on Me and Ain't No Sunshine are just two of the famous songs from the 1970s by which musician?
Bill Withers.
It is Bill Withers. At the time, Bill wrote Ain't No Sunshine whilst he was working in a factory fitting bathrooms for 747 jets. When the song went gold in the US, his label gave him a golden toilet seat as a celebration. There you go. Take that to your next pub quiz. Right, your 3-point question is your first clip. Texas will be in Leicester to perform live at Radio 2 in the Park this Saturday. This song gave them a top 3 hit in 1997. But what's the title?
And when I get that feeling, I can no longer slide. I can no longer run, no. And when I get that feeling, I can no longer hide. For it's no longer fall, no.
Oh, you're going to kick yourself.
I know.
It's this.
Yeah, you can say what you want, but it won't change my mind. I feel the same about you.
Say What You Want was worth 3 points, but unfortunately it's incorrect. But it's all right. This one's worth 1. Let's keep going. In 1985, Jan Hammer reached the top 5 with the theme tune to which 80s TV cop show?
Miami Vice.
It is Miami Vice, and just to remind people of what it sounded like, here it is. Here's your 2-point question. Who spent 4 weeks at number 1 in 1988 with his debut hit, Nothing's Gonna Change My Love For You?
Glenn Medeiros.
Didn't even start the timer. Well done, it was Glenn Medeiros. For 3 points, the 1990 single, There She Goes, was the only top 40 entry, believe it or not, for which group?
The Mars.
It was The Lars. In a 2012 interview, Noel Gallagher said it was his favourite song of the 90s. And have you ever noticed it doesn't have an actual verse, just a repeated chorus? One of the biggest tunes you'll ever hear at any gathering or function, Mr. Brightside, by The Killers, was the first top 10 hit for the band. But in which year?
1994.
You're a decade out. It was 2004.
No, way out. Way out.
Name the group for a point who said, I Want Candy on the 1982 top 10 single.
Wow, wow, wow.
Yes, it was. Worth a point. Well done. This one's worth 2. Here's a musician who's celebrating his birthday today. This was his chart debut, reaching number 2 in August 1979. But what's his name? Listen to the whole 19 seconds before you give me your answer.
Bang, bang, love I waited for. Bang, bang, when love is cold. Bang, bang, the mighty fall. Bang, bang. Na, 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 na.
B.A. Robertson.
It is indeed, which means that this next one is worth 3, but we're going to play a joker, so it's worth 6. Name the duo who made their first appearance on the chart in the year 2000 with the song Ooh, Stick You.
So like Daphne and Celeste.
Yes, it was Daphne and Celeste. Ooh, Stick You. Yeah, mama too. Yeah, Toby. There you go. Well done. You scored a massive 18 points, 2 bigger than Stephen's 16. You've won the smart speaker. Well done, Craig.
Thanks ever so much, Vernon. It's been an absolute pleasure, mate.
Oh, it's been great talking to you. Stephen, commiserations, buddy.
No, that's absolutely great. I mean, when you know Bow Wow Wow, B.A. Robertson and Daphne and Celeste, I think you deserve that one. Well done.
Yeah, well done, Stephen. The coffee mug is on its way to you, so you don't leave empty-handed. Treasure it, please. And because it's porcelain, don't break it.
I'll look after it. It'll be in the truck with me.
All right, good man. It is dishwasher friendly, so you're all right. Thank you to both of you. Have a great, great week.
Thanks ever so much, Vernon, and you.
Take care.
Cheers, fellas. If you want to play 10 to the top, then all you've got to do is use your WhatsApp. It's a free application which you can download onto your device. 08000 288 291. Send us a message with your details. Come and play 10 to the top. You either win a smart speaker or you walk away with the coffee mug. It's a win-win. And not only that, but we get to know each other a little bit more. Let's play tomorrow.
10 to the top on Radio 2.
BBC Sounds. Music, radio, podcasts.